Hi there, this is Christian doing a video response to a thread. I think that it was started by Scott, the Rock Scout. He did a couple of days ago a video when he was asking to answer 15 questions. The question time is the name of the video. If you want to check it out, the questions or see the original video, when you can see what he was asking and his answers. But here are mine. I'm going to start with the first one. Name an album cried out for a reissue. That's an easy one because I have it right here. It's this one, Badlands, their debut album. Sorry about the glare, which is the self-titled. We all know all the issues that are behind this album. This is of course this is a bootleg. Because of Ray Gillen. Uncareful behaving during his sick, while he was sick, when he had AIDS. He was not caring about himself or the other partners he had, so I think he infected some other people he was with the AIDS, and the families of those people. I think they put a lawsuit against Atlantic, and Atlantic settled with them that there will be no more reissues of this album, and I think all the profits this album will go to the families and relatives of people that were affected by Ray Gillen's way of contacting himself while he was dealing and struggling with AIDS. So this is an album that it's really hard to find. I don't know if I will be extremely lucky if I run over with if I found one, because it's really tough to find one. So you never know. Maybe someday, sometimes things will be worked out and we will have a proper reissue of that album. Next question is a discography in your collection that is near to completion. I have two bands in that category. The first one it's Iron Maiden. I have almost all the studio material. I'm only missing both albums with Blaze Bailey. I think I will try to get them maybe in the near future. They are not on top of my wish list, but that's the first one. The other one, I think it's Judas Priest. I'm only missing. I'm missing more albums for the four they did with Tim Ripper Owens, and the first two ones. The ones they did on a small label, they're a little bit hard to find down here, but those are the bands that have almost everything in my collection. So next, a great cover, bad album. That was an easy one. I think I've shown this album many times, and I think you know. Great cover, bad album. Bad. I don't know what they were thinking, what they were trying to do, but this is an awful album, awful sound. I don't know what they would. You know what's Bob Rock doing in the studio with them, letting them go on with that sound. The drum sounds like you're hitting a trash can, and no solos by Kirk Hammett. Just to have in the collection, but nothing more. I have given it many tries, but no way. This is an awful album. Next, bad cover, great album. That was also an easy one. Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. This is the worst cover they have ever put out. That 80 is hideous in my opinion. It has nothing to do with Eddie's that it was created by Derek Riggs. I don't know what they were thinking about this, but it's an awful artwork. But nevertheless, it's a great album. This album has great songs like Wildest Dream, Rainmaker, Normalize, Months Ago, Dance of Death. I like this album very much. I think it's my favorite album of the new millennium of Iron Maiden. It's a great one, and it has the only song that has been written by Nico McBrain. So check this one out. Next, a short album. This is a band that's not very, you don't see many times here in the BC, or at least in the hard rock part of the PC, and it's Primus. It's their latest album. This is like a concept album, but it's a short one. It only has 7 songs. It runs around 36 minutes. It's based on an Italian children's book. The name of that one is the Saturated 7. It's a really good one. If you like Primus, if you like King Crimson, if you like Rush, I think you may like Primus. It's a good one. It's the latest studio album in their career. I have the opportunity of seeing them 3 times, and they always great band to see live. Next, a song that introduces you to a genre you love. As you know, I'm a hard rock, heavy metal, thrash guy, rock, classic rock. So a song that back from the day that I heard it and got stuck in my mind, and I keep liking it a lot. I have not seen this band live because they haven't been here, but I don't think they will ever be. And the way the singer is performing right now, I don't think I will ever be attempting to one of their shows. But regardless, the band is Dokken. This is my cassette from back in the day. This is a Chilean version, as you can see. It has everything in Spanish, and of course the song is Tooth and Nail. Great song, very close with Without Warning. That's also a great instrumental, really. But Tooth and Nail from Dokken, from Dokken, that's one of the songs that lead me into the hard rock music that we all love. Next, an album people wouldn't expect you to like. Here it is. Also a band that's not very loved, not much support in this side of the music. It's the Police. This is their album Synchronicity. It's a really good one. You get many songs like Synchronicity 2, Walking in Your Footsteps. It's a really good one. They don't get much love because they find them to be a little bit too mellow, too pop sometimes. But this is a great album, and their earlier one, they're also really good with a lot of punk influences that you can hear on Sting's vocal performance in their first and second album. Then they of course they got bigger, and they start to mellow down, not so hurry, not so hungry, not so rushed to do music. But this is a great album that I like very much. This is Synchronicity Part 2. I'm still missing some of their albums that I will try to get them in the near future. Next, most anticipated album of 2020. Many, I think, 2 that pop up on my mind the new album that's supposed to be done or recorded or almost ready by Megadeth. Hope we have that album this year, and of course the one that is all being ready by Iron Maiden. I'm waiting on those albums very much to see what we can get out of them. Next band of artists, you were late to the party. I must confess, I'm late to the party with Kiss. This is the only thing I have from them. It's double platinum. I wasn't a fan of the band back in the day, in the 80s, there when they were not very cool being a fan of Kiss. In the 90s, of course, they kind of disappeared with all the grunge movement. They were even more uncool. But they have returned a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, I have seen them 2 times here in Chile. So, and I am kind of liking them right now. So I think I'm going to look into the collection and try to get. First, I'm going to start with their 70s material, of course, the first album, the live ones, and then keep on going with their collection. But that's one of the bands that have been kind of late to the party. An album you play on a regular basis, easy one. It's compact this time, and it's Accept Restless and Wild. First time I heard Restless and Wild, and Restless and Wild, and Fast as a Shark. I was fan for life of this album and this band. Great performance by Accept of the Teutonic Quintet, the great band from Germany. Great performance by Wolf Hoffmann and Udo Dirk Schneider. I have got a chance seeing them a couple of years ago when they were supporting the Stalingrad album, and they recorded a DVD down here. It was a great show. In that period, they were still. 4 members were from Germany, and Mark Tonillo, of course, from the States. Great show, but this is my album that I keep going on a regular basis when I want to hear some Accept, Restless and Wild. Next, a record you recommend, and it was under 10 pounds, $10, or CD under 5 pounds, $5, €5. And when I found kind of quite cheap a couple of years ago, now if you look at on Discogs, it's even cheaper. It's this one, Fast Way, their self-titled album of this great band of Fast Eddie Clarke, and it was supposed to be with Pete Way, and it's a great album. David King on vocals is amazing. All the songs are absolutely great. This is this is the one that has an extra track. It has 11 tracks. So there you go. It has a bonus track, Far From Home. That's a really bluesy one. But if you like some good blues rock from back in the day, from '83, please check out Fast Way and their self-titled album. Next, the first and last album in your collection. If I'm going to grab the CDs, and the first one, it's also could be an odd one. It's A Perfect Circle. You know, one of the side projects of Maynard James Keenan of Tool with Billy Hamilton. And this is the first album, A Mare of Noms, or A Sea of Names. And the last one, it's from Whitesnake, and the last studio, the second to last studio album, it's Forevermore. Here on guitars, it still was Doug Aldrich. This is a good one, a little bit long, has too many songs, but it's a good one. If you like to check the latest one or material by New Whitesnake, there you have Forevermore. Next, an album that changed your opinion of a band or artist. When I started listening to music, I did not know much about this band, only the hits, the more popular song that you play on the radio. But one album that changed my opinion about them, I saw them as a really good one, and I got the chance to see them live a couple of years ago down here in a festival, is The Who, and the album is Who's Next. This is a great album. It has, of course, Baba O'Reilly and Won't Get Fooled Again, and it's a great one. And of course, it has Behind Blue Eyes. Also great, some water damage here, but the vinyl is great. This is a great album. The Who, they were really great in this performance. Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle and Keith Moon were a great band. As I was telling you, I got the chance of seeing them live a couple of years ago. Great performance. They still kick ass on stage, and this is a great album if you want to get into the Who music and start digging in their catalog. So this is my album that changed my opinion of them. The Who, Who's Next. Couple of questions. One album you'd save in a fire, and I will like today. This decision depends many times. It depends on the mood, depends on the day, and depends on, I don't know, the fire, I guess. But an album that I would surely save from a fire, it's this one. Queen Sheer Heart Attack. It's a great one. It's a great rocker album of the band. And here you have Brighton Rock, Now and Here, In the Love of Gods, Stone Cold Crazy, Killer Queen. Great band, great album. This will be definitely one of I will be saving from a fire. So there you go. And the last one, debut album from 1986, and this is the one I found. It's Tesla, their debut album, Mechanical Resonance, from 1986. There you go. This is an Argentinian copy, and as you can see, all the title, all the songs are in Spanish. Everything is in Spanish. This is a great album. You have Easy Come, Easy Go, Coming At You Alive, Getting Better, Rock Me to the Top, We're Not Good Together, Changes, Little Susie, Modern Day Cowboy. This is a great album, and this will also qualify as an album that it's crying out, screaming for a reissue. I don't think there is a reissue on the Tesla catalog, but this is a great album that desperately needs a reissue. So that's it. I think I have all the questions answered and respond. Once again, thanks Scott for having this cool thing going on. Hope you like my answers. If you don't know Scott's channel, I would try to put a link below so you can see his channel and see his cool albums he showed. He's a really nice guy. Hope you like it. Hope you're doing well. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves and your family. This is Christian saying goodbye down here in Santiago, Chile. Till next time.